I'm Helen.
And this is our new YouTube channel!
Welcome to the Confetti Girls. If you don't know us already, I am a fashion, beauty and lifestyle YouTuber.
And I am a wedding blogger / magazine editor. We decided that we both want to do some wedding stuff. And I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for ages, but I've been too scared to do it on my own.
I'm also getting married, so I wanted to do some wedding planning stuff also. We thought of creating this collaborative channel, which will feature me and Kat, obviously, but a ton of more creators and craft people. Wedding people. So that's why it's called the Confetti Girls. So this is our channel. But we're going to start our first video with a Q&A.
So I went on my Instagram and you went on your Twitter.
And we both said, have you got any wedding related questions? So it's always fun to start on something interesting and fun. Okay, my question is, did you feel pressured to invite certain people / family? There are some family members that I haven't seen in years and I don't deem to have a relationship with, but parents were like, you need to invite them to your wedding. And I've been like, well, no.
Yeah.
I have always said from the top, I want our wedding to be intimate and to be with people that we see regularly and who mean a lot to us. Yeah. But it's only other family members that pressure us into inviting other people.
I think as well, it can get more tricky if like your parents were paying, so you're paying for your own wedding. But my sister got married last summer and my parents paid for it, so there was that extra pressure that they felt like it was also their party because they were paying for it. So my sister had to compromise a bit and allow them to invite some people that she probably wouldn't have invited, but because they were paying for it, then you kind of have to be a bit okay. Yeah. But so there is pressure, whatever happens. I think it has to be up to you. And if you're like on the fence and you're thinking, should I invite this person? Should I not? I kind of want them there, but I kind of don't. I would say invite them. Yeah. Because if you can afford it, obviously. Because I don't think you'll regret people that are there, but you might regret people that aren't there. Yeah. Amy Romance asked, what do you think is the most overrated wedding tradition? I have a few.
Oh God.
These are the things that I think are ridiculous. The receiving line. So when you like are about to go into the this is like a really old tradition, right? This is why it's stupid. Right. So when you're about to go in the reception, the tradition is that the bride and groom and the parents, if they've paid, line up, and then everyone that's coming to the wedding like comes in and you do like a forced hello, like you're meeting the queen. And it's such a weird tradition.
Oh my God.
And it takes if you've got a big wedding, it could take a really long time. And I think it's just a really stupid thing. The reason people do it is so that you can say hello to everybody. Yeah. But I just think it's dumb. I also think it's not really a tradition. Like pointless extra decoration items like chair covers. Why do people spend like hundreds of pounds on chair covers? Why is that?
They are gross.
Why is that a thing that suddenly like you have to have when you're getting married, when you're having a wedding? Like you wouldn't have them at a party.
No, I know. And they all look the fucking same. They just have a different colour ribbon around them.
They're just awful. I also think throwing the bouquet is kind of dumb. Like why? You just spent like £100 on these flowers and you're going to throw them.
I'm not throwing mine.
No.
I'm going to put it on my head.
I forgot to throw mine. And then I did it because someone was like, you haven't thrown the bouquet. So I did it at the end of the night and I threw it. I was like really drunk. It was the end of the night. I threw it so hard it bounced off the back of the wall and hit my maid of honour in the head.
No! Oh my God.
So those would probably be mine that I think are dumb.
I don't know actually, because if I'm honest with you, I think the whole layout of the day, how everyone always does the same thing is dumb. I sat down with my wedding organizer, planner, helper lady, and she was like, oh, when are you going to do this bit? And I went, what? Oh, I have to do that? She went, no, you don't have to do anything. I'm like,
as long as you say your vows and get smashed, what else do you want?
Exactly.
I mean, of course you don't have to get smashed, but...
No. I got engaged in December and I just don't know where to start. Where did you do first? I started with the venue, and because once the venue and the date was booked, so you like...
Everything else falls around it.
Yeah, so I actually... I'll tell you what I did, and this is stupid. I picked my wedding date because I knew I really wanted crepes at the wedding. And I went, this is the complete opposite to what I just suggested, but so I went to this wedding fair and there was this crepe van that's famous in Norwich called Christoph's Crepe. And I asked him his availability for the summer of 2017 and he said, oh, we've got the 1st of July free. So I when I went and asked all the venues, I said, are you free on the 1st of July? And it kind of was around.
So you picked your date around crepes.
But I would say, the important thing is to pick your venue, then
the date.
It was kind of loosely around the crepe van.
But you have to pick a date from somewhere. Our wedding date was our anniversary.
Yeah.
Because I figured then we'd just have the same anniversary.
Yeah.
So we picked the date first and then we did the venue.
So you did date and then venue?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And the venue we really wanted wasn't available on our date. But to us, the date was the most important thing.
Yeah.
So we found another venue.
Oh, interesting.
After you've done that, I would say the next most important thing to do is the budget.
Do you say that you should do your budget before the venue? Or would
Probably. I mean, you should really do a bit of research because I don't know about you, but when I got married, I didn't know how much venues costed.
No, I looked at different. I think the cheapest one I looked at was £2,000, and the most expensive was £15,000, and so
much.
And that was just for the venue. That wasn't for anything else.
Someone says Sar Missy. Photographers, where do you find them when you don't live where you're getting married? Do you make an effort to travel to the vicinity and go to local wedding fairs? Most wedding photographers in the UK will work all over the UK. So don't feel like if you're getting married in Scotland, you have to look for Scottish wedding photographers. Like most wedding photographers down south will travel for weddings. So I would say don't worry about the location of a photographer. Just find the style of one you like and then contact them and ask if they'll come to you.
Thoughts on asking for money to go towards something as a wedding gift or doing a wedding gift list? For our honeymoon, we want to go on an American road trip or do something based around the States. We haven't quite nailed that one yet, but that's generally... So what we've done is on the invitations, there is a section that says like gift ideas or something. A lot of invitation templates have these now.
Yeah.
We've literally wrote, we're going on an American adventure, so dollars and anything to aid our travels would be much appreciated. Yeah. So obviously not everyone gets people wedding presents, but I suppose nearest friends and family will want to get you something because it's kind of a tradition. You can write on your invitations, hey, we really want to do this, or we're thinking of saving up for this.
For a house or whatever.
For a house, so anything to help us on the way would be much appreciated. That then stops you getting wasteful presents that you don't really need, like 10,000 toasters or, you know.
Imagine if you got 10,000 toasters. In America, it's it's much more common to ask for money for a wedding gift. In the UK, I think people get they think it makes them seem like they're money grabbing. There are a lot of gift lists available these days that are specifically for cash or honeymoon. There's one called...
They're like websites, aren't they?
Yeah, there's one called buyourhoneymoon.com. I think they're buyourhoneymoon.com. And it's just for honeymoons, so you can go on and... it's like making a normal gift list, but instead of putting on like a toaster or a Hoover, you put like flights to blah, 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 whatever. And people can feel like they're contributing to a certain thing.
Oh, wow.
If you don't just want to ask for like blanket money. Yeah. Isabel, what's some inspiration for alternative ideas for ceremony songs?
Because I'll go for a festival-y theme wedding. I kind of want it to be quite like outdoorsy and nice. I had fantasized previously about walking down the aisle to, there's a song by a band called The Cult called Sweet Soul Sister. And it starts with like some organ playing, like would sound like a wedding, like organ. And then it just goes, nah, like that, and I fantasize walking down in a nice dress like to the organ, and then when the guitar and the drums come in, ripping it off and like being in some kind of lingerie.
I think I know this song.
Ready?
Oh, it is very
Hey, I'm getting married. Ooh, got quieter in my crotch. Right, yeah, walking down the aisle.
This is quite long though. You probably be down the end of it by now.
Yeah! Let's get fucking married!
Someone said, I'd love to hear your thoughts on guest lists and not giving a +1 to guests unless they are married.
I have this. I'm going to answer this question. I'm going through this right now. Groomsmen, bridesmaids, they get their +1. I class the ceremony as watching you getting married and eating the dinner, yeah? That's the day bit. That's called the ceremony, right? If your guests, I assume you have less people coming to that, so your family and close friends, they get +1s because you're likely to know them, right? Then in the evening for the party, if your friends are all together and there's not like the odd friend that you know from college like 10 years ago, who's on, the friends that have friends already there shouldn't really necessarily get +1 because it's like you don't know them. The only time that you should allow +1 is if that person doesn't know anybody else, because this is my argument with Matthew. I was like, I know your friends, but I've never met their girlfriends, but I don't want a bunch of strangers at my wedding. I don't want to look at my wedding photos and look at people that I don't know, because my photographer's not going to know if I don't know them. So I don't want to have people in my pictures who are like, the fuck is that? If they're married, that's a different story.
Yeah, if they're married, it's a given. You're a team.
Yeah, and you're likely to know them. What has been the worst part or gave you the most trouble? Guest list was, but do you know what it was?
What?
Bloody Ferris wheel.
What's been the best bit? Let's finish on a high.
The best bit, I love all the like bridesmaidy stuff. Like actually my sister, she could be a pain. Haley, if you're watching, you're a pain. But like getting together and planning things together, like going to get my dress was so much fun with all my pals. I can't wait for the food tasting.
The food and the dress and the bridesmaids. I'm a dinosaur. I got married in 2008, so it's a very long time ago. The worst bit for us was, I probably shouldn't tell you this, it might stress you out. Our venue cancelled 2 months before because when we booked it, they were like, we're doing renovations, so this room will look completely different, but it's going to be done like blah, blah, blah. And we're like, that's fine, that sounds like what we want anyway. In the January, they called us and were like, the renovations have run over, they're not going to be ready, they're not going to be done by April, so we can still do your wedding, but you'll have to have it outside in a marquee. Yeah. And I was like, if I wanted a marquee wedding, I would have fucking booked a marquee wedding. Yeah. And I went a little bit, I didn't go too bridezilla, I don't think, but I was a bit like, this isn't okay.
Well, that's fine.
And my dad is quite scary, and we found another venue that was more expensive, and he made the venue that cancelled on us pay the difference in price.
No, he didn't.
So
what
we got
a
much better venue for the same price, but it was a bit stressful.
I imagine so.
Thanks,
Thanks for watching. Okay.
Oh, and happy Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
We're going to be uploading once a week on this channel.
Yeah. So it'll either be me, Kat, or whomever is...
Or both.
Yes.
Or a guest.
Or whoever else is wanting to be a confetti girl, basically. So
we're not quite sure how it's going to go yet. We'll see.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.